So class today is going to be still moving, still breathing. But I felt like today we could use a little bit of reminder of what it feels like to ground down. So as everybody's kind of adjusting, feel free to move as you need to with your body as you settle into the seated position. And take some deeper breaths. This is just kind of a reminder of what is good seated protocol typically, is that you want to have 3 points of contact. So I have a pillow right now, but it's usually the butt bones and 2 knees. So if this position isn't available for you, you can also do hero's pose, where you kind of sit with the legs like this, and then you have 1 or 2 pillows underneath, and that usually grounds through the knees and the sit bones. So find what's comfy, find what you like, leave what you don't like, and just start to find those 3 points of contact. This is nice because you have the shin bones to support you, and really feel the sit bones. If you can like move the flesh on either side of your butt cheeks, if that helps. And sit up tall. And you can still be moving a little bit into your stillness, but start to work towards stillness. Find a spot on the ground, or close your eyes completely, resting the hands on the knees. It can be palms up or palms down. And starting to find some tallness in the spine. So we typically like to move right at the onset of waking up. And I would just encourage us all to find even some movement inside of our bodies in this stillness. So by this I mean that we're still working towards a tall spine. The top of our head is growing up towards the sky like a sunflower. And maybe most importantly, our low belly is engaged. The pelvic floor is wrapping in on itself to help provide this strong foundation on top of those 3 points. And as we feel the stability in our low belly, we can even engage the Muladhara Bandha, which is sort of related to the Kegel muscles. So it's really even feeling more grounded and more stable in this bottom part of the body as the crown lifts up, as the shoulders relax, the jaw relaxes. And then start to find your breath. We'll have a few moments here in this posture where we're just tuning into the breath. You can count backwards from 5 on the exhales, starting over when you get to 0. Or you can repeat some sort of intention or mantra that feels helpful to you right now. Whatever it is, wherever you are, just keep coming back to your breath. Keep feeling the length in your body and the stability in the core and the root of your body. This practice is going to be rooted in balancing a lot of the time. But more than doing that for stability, for strength, it's really to become in a deeper relationship with our core. I was learning a bit more about starfish last night, and their appendages can be cut off, but their core remains strong and it allows them to grow other appendages into different shapes and to remain alive. That's their adaptive resilience. So as you take your few last breaths, returning to the breath, focusing on your breath. focusing on your core. Just remind yourself of your own resilience. Taking one more breath, perhaps the deepest one yet. You can release it out through the mouth. Keeping the eyes closed, start to sway side to side. If you're able to bring both knees out in front of you, both feet flat on the ground, you can remove whatever you're sitting on if you have a prop. And bring the feet wide. I'm just going to take some windshield wipers, so stepping the hands out behind you. You can go ahead and keep the eyes closed if you'd like. Let the knees fall to one side and then the other. Really exaggerate this in the chest, in the elbows and the hands, wherever you want, just to make this feel really in your own body. Along with balance, this is going to be a flow about finding your flow. So you can let the head fall back for these last few. Take what you need. And your next couple, come on back to center, bringing the body upright and hugging around the legs and lifting up the feet. So we're coming into this little baby hug boat, and you can, if you're able, bring the forehead down onto the knees. If you're not, just find this balance here and stay here for a few breaths. Reminding yourself that you are whole, that you are held, and that you are connected. Grabbing a hold of the shins whenever you're ready and letting yourself fall back and forth. We're going to just take some playful rocks back and forth here. You can let yourself smile. You can let yourself fall to the side. Just 2 or 3 nice big full spines, and however you can, come onto hands and knees through there. Just for a moment here, and then coming right into downward facing dog, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up, just enough to walk out the feet, bending one knee. And once you get the sense of that, really exaggerate these bends. So as you bend the left knee, for example, letting the hips fall to the right and feeling a big side stretch in the left body. And taking it on the other side. Letting the neck be heavy, relaxed. And you can take a couple more exaggerated side stretches, or you can move more quickly, move more slowly. Taking this time to feel out this downward facing dog, making sure the neck is relaxed. Coming into the center, into a moment of stillness, letting the neck be heavy, the head be heavy. Take a big sigh out through the mouth on your next exhale. Gaze up at the fingertips, come onto the tippy toes. Walk your feet towards the hands and your hands towards the feet. So coming into the middle of the mat. You can step the feet pretty wide. We're just going to hang here for a moment. Shifting from side to side. Feel that weight really shift into the right foot, into the left foot, and notice how the weight feels in relation to where your hips move. So it's not a lot of thinking, just a lot of noticing, a lot of experiencing in the body. Finding a bit of stillness, bringing the hips right over the ankles, ankles right under the hips. We'll find a halfway lift, bringing the fingertips onto the thighs. We'll just stay here for a couple of breaths. So really feel this 90-degree angle with the body. And remember that sensation of tightening the low belly, finding the core, and elongating the spine alongside the top of the head. Feel a straight spine here. Take one more big breath in and out. And on the bottom of that exhale, you can fold back forward. Let your body hang. And take 3 or 4 breaths, really, to come up to standing. And let the head be hanging, chin towards chest the whole time. Letting your exhales be sort of a resting point, a pausing point, as you work your way up slowly. And if you can, just keep your neck heavy, even while your spine moves all the way up. And as your neck is heavy, start to take some neck rolls side to side. So letting the head be chin towards chest, over to the right shoulder, down and around over to the left. A couple more. And then you can take a full circle, inhaling back and around. Maybe noticing if your shoulders are interested in getting involved. Reversing direction, wherever you are. Coming now to the center, back to the stillness, finding Tadasana. You can inhale the shoulders up to the ears, back down around the body, feeling the fingertips stretch down towards the earth. And finding that low belly, the core engagement, the core of our body, the core of our being. Where is that? What does that feel like to be so fully in touch with and engaged in that part? You can lift the toes up off the mat. Notice how that changes. Feel the quads engaged, the low belly engaged. Top of the head reaching up towards the sky, fingertips reaching down towards the earth. Take 2 more big full breaths here. It can be in through the nose, out through the nose, or out through the mouth. The bottom of your next exhale, bring your hands onto the hips. Bring your toes back onto the earth. And feel the heels moving energetically toward one another as you feel the rootedness through each foot, shifting into the left foot. So all of your weight slowly shifts to the left foot while your hips stay square, and the right toes, the right heel, the right foot gently lifts up off of the earth. Coming up, bringing to a 90-degree angle, flexing the foot, feeling yourself lifted tall, feeling that core engaged. And we're just slowly, in slow motion, going to bring it back to a crescent lunge. So stepping back through airplane pose. Like a really slow motion gazelle. Stepping it all the way back, toes on the mat. Beautiful. Settling into this just a moment, inhaling 10 fingers up. Sinking in. You can, of course, bring this back knee down if this is super intense, but we're just moving out. So bring the fingertips back behind you. Feel the anchor through that front heel. And slowly lift up. Back again through airplane. Anchoring in through that heel. Bring the knee up. Bent. 90-degree angle. Reach 10 fingers up for a little fun. And slowly come back down onto the earth. Bring the feet wide. Take some swaying here. Again, another opportunity to feel into the body like the windshield wiper. Just take a little bit of fluidity. Maybe shake out the legs. And come back to center, finding the heels under the hips. Hands on the hips, finding that core. And as you find it, rooting in through the heel of the right leg this time. Taking your time, no rush, to shift the weight with the core engaged into the right foot. Let the heel float up off the ground. And the toes. Eventually, when you're ready, feeling the rootedness through the heel of the right leg. Bring the left knee up to 90 degrees. Stay here, big breath out. Feel the core engaged. And on the next exhale, slowly bring that leg back. And see how gracefully you can step it into aggressive warrior. 90-degree angle with your front knee, 10 fingers up to the sky. You can bring the back knee down if you need it. If not, just breathe here for a moment. The bottom of that exhale, bring the fingertips back behind you, lifting up through this lovely airplane. And on your own pacing, coming back up to the knee. Getting long. And coming back down, swaying side to side. Beautiful. We're going to step the feet a little bit wider than the mat. But get your sway on for a minute longer. I'm not trying to cut off this sway moment. Get your shoulders there. You can feel like this exaggerated movement in the shoulders as if you're kind of walking backwards. A really exaggerated in-place moonwalk. Whenever that feels good, you can step your feet wide. Just like so your heels are on the mat pretty much. Maybe a little bit wider. The goal is that when we bend our knees are going to be right over our ankles. So that's going to look different for everyone. So try it out. Bend your knees, see where your knees land. You're going to find a little baby goddess pose right here. So come once you find where your feet can live, come on up to standing. And then exhale, bend the knees. The arms just can be heavy. We're going to take a few of these. Inhaling up, letting the upper body be relaxed and feeling the lower body be strong. The next one, inhale, 10 fingers to the sky. Exhale, bring it down under. I guess it's sort of like a ballet move. Inhaling up. Floating the fingers down and staying here for the next inhale to reach 10 fingers up and over to the left. And back to center. Inhaling over to the right. Back to center. One last breath here. You can sink a little bit lower. Feel your body lean back to imaginary wall. Come back up onto standing. Bring the heels wider than the toes this time. And just fold forward. It's different use of our legs here. You can bring the legs wider. You can also turn sideways on your mat because I'm slipping. You can bring the legs wider if you are needing a bit more stretch. You can bring the legs closer if you can't quite get your fingertips there. Wherever you are, just let your head hang. Shake your neck out. And feel the heels moving in towards one another. Feel the legs engaged. Take 2 more breaths here. You can walk the hands a little bit deeper on this last breath. Maybe sigh out through the mouth. And from here, I'm going to walk the hands out long in front of you, going to the spunky plank, and then just bring them closer together, bring the knees down. Yay, we're here. Find a child's pose. Wherever you are, oriented on your mat, wherever you want to be, just bring yourself down, bring yourself long. You can move side to side in this, or you can just start to find stillness. Feel your breath with a soft belly as your forehead comes down onto the earth. Let yourself stay here for a few breaths. Let your belly be soft, contrasting all of that stability. Knowing that there is a time for engaging, there's a time for disengaging. And so let yourself disengage here. You can sigh out through the mouth. Take one more nourishing breath. Come up onto hands and knees when you're ready, slowly inhaling your way there. And stepping the right foot in between the hands. Stepping the foot out to the right a bit, keeping that back knee down. Just finding a little lizard pose for a couple of breaths here. So you can stay here. Just take a lot of big exhales through the mouth. Top of the back foot is on the earth. You can let the head hang. And if your body wants to move a little deeper with those exhales, maybe move on to the elbows, the forearms. Take two more big sighs. Slowly, gently, you can work your way through a straight front leg if you'd like that hamstring stretch. And then bring the knee back behind. And we'll take the other leg. Stepping the left foot in between the hands and walking it so your hands are inside of the foot. Notice this side. Notice this release in both the left hip and the right. Maybe moving a little deeper as the head drops. Taking a few more breaths on this side, noticing what you might be carrying in your mind or in your body. Just letting it go. Coming through the straight leg, if you took it on the other side. And then finding tabletop pose once again. You can work your way onto your bum, onto your sit bones with the feet on the earth. Knees in, just taking that same posture we started with, hugging the knees in, toes off the ground, balancing. Take a full breath in, feel the belly, chest expand. Sigh it all out, gentle sigh. Rocking back onto the back. Let the knees fall from side to side. Massaging out the low back. And a very final posture here. Just let the feet come towards the ceiling. So this is called candlestick pose, and you're welcome to take plow if you'd like. But try to see if you can find the place where your feet are floating up above you. So your knees can be bent, but just see where your feet float and see how little energy you can expend to keep them there. Feel the blood drain down your legs, this inversion, this reversal of all of the standing and sitting we do. Might even feel good to bring the hands up, the arms up, letting the hands be soft and heavy, but kind of mimicking the feet. Take one more breath here. Your arms are up, bring them down. If your feet are up, bring the feet onto the mat, the knees bent. Gently we'll come into a supine Baddha-Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. You can bring the left hand to the heart, the right hand to the belly, and start to take a couple of deep breaths. I've been struck recently by this notion that there are 4 sort of planes of reality that are coexisting. One is the plane of the body. It's what we're experiencing physically. Another is our feelings and emotions, which sort of live in the heart space, in the chest. Another is the thinking, our thoughts in our mind. And the final one is the spirit, which I experience as that which is connected to the larger things, the things that are larger than us, the fraction of the whole. So see if you can simultaneously tap into all 4 of those experiences. Feeling the body, feeling the heart, the emotion, even feeling the thinking, the mind, and feeling the connectedness. You're welcome to stay in this position for Shavasana. Otherwise, you can slowly straighten out the legs and straighten out the arms. Settle in. And find your breath. And alongside your breath, maybe see if you can experience all those 4 sensations. Feeling the body from the feet through the legs, belly through the chest, shoulders to the hands, neck to the head. Also feeling that heart space, feeling our feelings. Noticing thoughts, letting them be. And bringing awareness to the crown of the head. Knowing that there's always a bird's eye view, a larger picture that we are a part of. Returning to the breath whenever the mind wanders. Maybe finding the words new on each inhale as you feel the new breath, the new moment. And thinking the word now on the exhale as you sink a little deeper into this moment. Just be here for another couple of moments. See how fully present you can be with your body. With your feelings, even your thoughts. All while knowing that you are connected to something so much bigger. Start to deepen the breath. Waking up through the fingers and toes. Taking your time to work through adjusting, maybe give yourself a hug, maybe give yourself a shoulder massage, neck massage. Take a big stretch. Hug the knees in and fall over to one side for one last moment. Keeping the eyes closed. Make a promise to yourself to return to this sensation in some form once today. Remembering this feeling, taking a little mental snapshot. And slowly working your way up to seated with the eyes closed. Taking the hands to the heart, bowing the head slightly. Feeling this tallness as you sit. The groundedness and the lift. And this gratitude for yourself. Thanking yourself deeply for showing up to slow down, to listen, to engage, to disengage. Moment of gratitude for all who are practicing alongside of us right now. allowing this gratitude to really extend, to feel the connectedness of this moment between us all. And a final moment of gratitude towards that which is so much larger. The mountains and the trees and the water, the ocean, the streams, the sky, the stars. That which moves, that lives on with and without us. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be at peace. Namaste.